that they have a right.
You never said that I threatened to murder you?
No, I never said that you threatened to murder me. Don't cut me off.
I'll be resigning from office with my last day being January 5th, 2026.
It could be a danger because of the rhetoric.
Her life is in danger? Who's that?
Well, welcome back to another episode. I wish to apologize before I dive in for my long hiatus. I have been off. But I'm back, and unfortunately, I am back with some bad news, and it's very disturbing news to say the least. We have two women who are continuously saying currently that their lives are in danger, and are these things we should take seriously into consideration, or is there something else here afoot? In today's video, we are going to discuss Candace Owens and Marjorie Taylor Greene's situation currently. Marjorie Taylor Greene just resigned from Congress, and it will take effect from January 2026. And Candace Owens dropped a bomb on her fans and on the world that her life is being threatened, and you will not believe the culprit. This time around, she did not say they. She actually said a particular individual did it. But well, let's start first of all with Marjorie Taylor Greene, whose resignation has really sparked a lot of discussions across the political spectrum. But before we get into it, please, I will ask you for one favor. Please like the video, share, subscribe to the channel. This is the very easiest ways you can support this channel. It is free, completely free, but if you feel like it, you can join my membership, which is a wonderful place for us to start a new community to discuss ideas and banter on a lot of things which we cannot discuss on YouTube. Well, let's get into it. First of all, the timing of Marjorie Taylor Greene's resignation is very precarious, to say the least, because this is a Republican who has not only fought tooth and nail against ideologies which she believes are contrary to what the Democrats believe. She has been able to fight the Democrats tooth and nail on many aspects. She has been able to tackle them and calling them front first, not caring. And she goes in head front, okay? She doesn't care about facing a war. She doesn't care about facing a challenge. She has always been one who goes in head on. And she also, after turning against some of the ideologies Trump wanted her to push front, like ignoring the Epstein files, she is one of the individuals who stood head front with the survivors and insisted that the files be released. And so it was extremely shocking to too many people. Nobody expected that after she has fought to the nail, gaining an enemy of Trump, and Trump now calling her Marjorie Taylor Greene or Brown because of her stance, that she would suddenly turn and say, actually, I think I want to leave Congress now. So it was extremely difficult. This is what she has been facing. Let me remind you of her with the survivors of the Epstein situation just last week.
I was called a traitor by a man that I fought for 6 years for. And I gave him my loyalty for free. I won my first election without his endorsement, beating 8 men in a primary. And I've never owed him anything, but I fought for him for the policies and for America first. And he called me a traitor for standing with these women and refusing to take my name off the discharge petition. Let me tell you what a traitor is. A traitor is an American that serves foreign countries and themselves. A patriot is an American that serves the United States of America and Americans like the women standing behind me. And I want to tell you that this only became possible today because the American people whom we serve as representatives here in Congress demanded that this vote happen, and they put more pressure on every single elected politician in this city than has ever been put on them. And today you are going to see probably a unanimous vote in the House to release the Epstein files, but the real fight will happen after that.
Very interesting words. The real fight will happen after that. And we thought this was going to just be some words thrown out by a politician to instill some thought or emotions. But then we were very, very let's say, intrigued when we realized she is stepping down. And one more thing she mentioned when she was talking about the victims, she said they wanted her to betray the country, to betray America, that she believes that people who stand for America first are the real patriots, not people who serve foreign interests. And she said those words again when she was talking about her resignation. So in this aspect, we can see that probably Marjorie Taylor Greene was hinting at some things which are coming ahead. And she said the real fight is coming in front. But Marjorie Taylor Greene has been someone who has been interesting in the political sphere. Many people either extremely love her or hate her because of her stance. The one thing that has united so many people on her side is the Epstein situation and how much she fought for the victims to gain truth. And also when she spoke the truth about the American economy, where she said, well, actually the prices of things have been rising up and up, not like the way Trump and his cabinet members keep claiming they live in the hottest economy in the world, like Trump keeps singing. But it was something very interesting to note that when she announced her resignation, there were mixed reactions across the board. We had both Democrats and Republicans who wanted her to stay. Same as we had both Democrats and Republicans who said good riddance. One of the people who was complaining about her disappearing and she should go is Nick Fuentes, which was very interesting because she is one of the people who now stands with Nick Fuentes on the fact that, or the ideology that, America should stop funding foreign wars. So it was very interesting that Nick Fuentes will lose one of the people who, the few individuals in Trump's cabinet actually, who take the same point as him for America first, and he will say good riddance. It was very interesting to me.
And Marjorie Greene, good riddance.
Wow.
Enjoy your honeymoon with your weird husband at RSBN. Good riddance. You know, and by the way, she's a woman. So I never liked that to begin with. The idea that we were going to be led by a woman was, I'm surprised how many people fell for that. She's the one. She's going to be the leader. She's a woman. No offense, but I'm not about to follow a woman like that. You know, what even is this movement about if it has a woman as its leader? Give me a break.
And we had other individuals online who had really interesting ideologies regarding her departure. Trump was very elated because definitely it would take him some time to look for a replacement, but I'm sure he would do his best to ensure that the next person who sits there is someone who buy into his ideologies and defend him, as Marjorie Taylor Greene hinted in her resignation video.
Only to fight and win my election while Republicans will likely lose the midterms, and in turn be expected to defend the president against impeachment after he hatefully dumped tens of millions of dollars against me and tried to destroy me. It's all so absurd and completely unserious. I refuse to be a battered wife, hoping it all goes away and gets better.
But there are a few reactions on Twitter which I thought were very interesting. Well, Laura Loomer said, this is why I've been calling her Marjorie Traitor Greene for years. The T stands for traitor. Well, Jigsaw Laura Loomer is one of the individuals that Trump considers one of his favorite Barbies currently. He is solidly behind her, same as she is solidly behind him. It is a relationship of, let's say, mutual destruction that is heading towards a direction, and we will see it soon. But well, let's let the lovebirds enjoy their relationship. Another person on X says, thank you for speaking out this year for the voices from the GG in Gaza to victims of Epstein and the horrible policies of further trap to Americans in debt and joblessness. You are a hero to millions on the right and left. So this was from Gen X Girl on Twitter, who is standing for Marjorie Taylor Greene, thanking her for all the wonderful work she's been putting in to help both in the American trap, which they consider, and other things. And then this other person said something that was very interesting and something that Marjorie Taylor Greene also hinted in her resignation video. Trump just sent out a Thanksgiving fundraising email asking people to send him money so he can fight an alleged attempt by Democrats to impeach him. I need you to be extra generous during the holidays. Trump is a billionaire, he's a millionaire. I don't know what he is. Him and his family are very rich. Why would he be asking people to donate money to him in these precarious times when the prices of eggs are so expensive that it's as expensive as a down payment on a home these days? Why would he do that? Come on now. And another person says she's carefully timing her departure just 1 to 2 days after the pension kicks in and after making millions of dollars in insider trading stocks for weapons manufacturers and others while in office. She is saying a lot, but her actions have not backed up the rhetoric. For all her talks, she's still voting with them to gut the healthcare and advance self-dealing corruption schemes. And that is true. When you watch her resignation video, she says a lot there, talking about whether you're left, right, center, or up or down. She believes that they are birds of the same wing, like I've been saying all along. So you hear your own politicians who are now leaving politics to go and spend some quality time with their families, now claiming that everybody is doing the same agenda, whether it is the left or the right, whether it's a Democrat who is elected into office or a Republican who is elected into office. At the end of the day, they end up spinning the same narrative and they don't care about the common person in America. So this person is saying that she is waiting for January, just 1 to 2 days after her pension kicks in, for insider trading and all of that with manufacturers and all of that stuff. And let's see, tell me what you think about that. Do you think that her waiting for her pension to kick in before she takes the official leave of, let's say, resigning, or you think it is okay, let her wait and take her money before she leaves? What do you think about that? Because there was a lot of discussion on that. Let's go to the commander-in-chief, the person who is the alpha and the omega. Yeah, according to him, okay? Donald J. Trump said this. Wacky. Lord, once Trump is no longer your friend, he is something else. He is just a menace to deal with at that point. Wacky Marjorie Traitor Brown. Remember, green turns to brown when there is rot involved. Trump, if you have to involve explanation of the joke, then the joke is not funny. You yourself know that. Wacky Marjorie Traitor Brown. Remember, green turns to brown where there is a rot involved. Is working overtime to try and portray herself as a victim, while in actuality, she is the cause of all her own problems. That is fact. Oh, nobody cares about a traitor to our country. Wow, Trump. So she's a traitor because she stood for the victims, or what is the traitor reason? Another thing that Trump also tweeted about is that Trump said she is angry because he stopped her from running for Senate, and that is making her angry. And that is a very interesting point. Marjorie, if you are angry because they stopped you from running for Congress and that is why you're mad, then that is something you should have told us, because it is very interesting that you will fight this long fight to get the victims the justice they deserve. And then when you finally get it and Trump signs it, you decide to leave. So many people are thinking that maybe Marjorie Taylor Greene wants to run for president for 2028, and she is trying to maybe step away from the Republican Party to come back as an opposition against J.D. Vance, because definitely from what many people have been speculating, J.D. Vance seems like the party's hopeful for 2028, and she knows that she will not be able to probably stand against him or something. I don't know. Maybe she wants to cut out of that wing so that she can come back stronger. I don't know, but it would be very suspicious if after all of this talk of going to spend time with the loves of my life from the sweet state of Virginia.
I have too much self-respect and dignity. I love my family way too much, and I do not want my sweet district to have to endure a hurtful and hateful primary.
When someone starts calling the state a sweet state of Virginia, that's what Marjorie Taylor Greene calls it. It becomes interesting. But now let's get into something very serious, which was very disturbing to me. And that is what bothered me when she was talking about her resignation. And she also echoed it again. And we will now look at how it ties to Candace Owens as well.
I talk to you, right? I talk to anybody. We'll see what happens.
Taylor Greene says her life could be at danger because of the rhetoric.
Her life is in danger. Who's that?
Marjorie Taylor Greene, she says.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't think her life is in danger. Frankly, I don't think anybody cares about her. Okay.
Now, this is very disturbing for Trump to say that nobody cares about her when they mention her life being in danger. I don't think that is something, I don't know. Well, President, let's say America, well done. You did yourself so well picking a president. Because that is something that is interesting. If a person like Marjorie Taylor Greene says her life is in danger, that she's been threatened, it is something people should take seriously. And so should the president of that country where she is receiving the threats from. Because it is not a laughing matter. We are just from witnessing a very disturbing scenario with Charlie Kirk. And up to date, there are still so many disturbing and controversial theories on the aspect. The government says the thing was done by Tyler Robinson, but still, the narrative and everything, when you look deep into the construction of the case, there are so many holes, which is why individuals like Candace Owens are easy. They easily sway the minds of people, not only into her own investigation, but no matter how bad she does it, people don't notice because they are hoping for some kind of answer. And it doesn't matter how that answer comes when Candace Owens presents it, they will just take it because it is looking very suspicious. But then, when another individual's life is threatened, it is not a time for him to just dismiss it